Well, y'all boys, I think we can all agree and we can all concede to the fact that Final Shape may be Bungie's final run with Destiny 2. I'm not gonna lie to you. But what's good with y'all boys? My name is Fana and welcome back to some more Destiny 2 today. Now recently, Bungie dropped a state of the game, and honestly, it was one of those situations where they probably were just better off not saying nothing. Now I've said on this channel multiple times that this game sucks, the game is trash, it's not as good as it could be, but it does have potential to turn it around. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think Final Shape might be the last straw for Bungie. If they can't turn it around with Final Shape, then hey, it might be grits. You know, to a degree, I've always felt like the Destiny community, you know, with every season expansion, we've always had like some degree of negativity, but I think this season in particular, and this like whole expansion, you know, since I want to say like Witch Queen, it has most definitely been more of a downward slope than a down and then an up and a down. It's just been consistently going downward. Now Immortals should be getting some kind of nerf, but here's the thing, y'all boys, the SMG meta is eternal. Okay, like the SMG meta is not going anywhere. And you want to know why? Because of this bad boy I'm holding right in my hand right here. But what makes the Immortal good? Well, one, it's fire rate, and two, it's range. I mean, between the fire rate and the range, that is a crazy SMG to be using. Since they're cutting down how many meters the gun actually has, that means Shiro's Wrath is going to be right in that #1 spot once again when it comes to SMGs. The idea of having to wait from season to season to have things changed and tweaked is kind of absurd when you really think about how much money, you know, Bungie got in that little buyout. I mean, $3.6 billion. You would think with all that bread they would have a lot more resource allocation. You know, they have a lot more bread to kind of spend, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm some kind of businessman, I just know exactly what Bungie should do, but it's just like a disconnect on the information side of things. Honestly though, then with like tweaking stuff and having to like nerf weapons and fix weapons and tune different weapons, I mean, this ain't nothing new as far as like how long it takes for them to actually do it. I mean, I remember Mountaintop and One Eye Mask were sitting there dominating the Crucible for the longest periods of time. It took them a minute. I think it was almost a year before Mountaintop actually got tweaked. But honestly, bro, there's a lot that we don't know about, so hopefully this showcase coming in August 22nd, hopefully that kind of clears the air for all the BS that's going on. But a part of me just feels like it's gonna be a whole lot of nutting, you feel me? Just a bunch of nuttings. If you're a Gambit enthusiast, you're getting a new map or an old map that got removed out the game, and now Bungie's just adding it back into the rotation, so you know, it's one of those situations. Honestly, bro, I don't think Gambit's been relevant since Spare Rations sat there and got sunset. I mean, yeah, I know it's came back, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. Like, we're not even gonna cap. In other words though, Nate Diaz and what is it, Jake Paul, yeah, they had their fight last night, and honestly, bro, it's so hard for me to take this dude Jake seriously sometimes. But here's the thing, I'm not knocking him that he can't, I'm not saying he can't box. I ain't saying he doesn't train, because it's obvious that he trains, he conditions, he trains. I mean, it's obviously that he takes it seriously when it comes to the ring shenanigans. Really, the main critique that a lot of other people who either, you know, watch the sport or actually practice the sport like themselves is literally the fact that this man has yet to actually compete against someone that is a actual boxer. I mean, don't get me wrong, he knows how to make his money, he knows how to get attention, he knows how to stay in the spotlight. So, you know, I see what you're doing, get your bread, homie. It's like telling LeBron James to 1v1 Tom Brady in a basketball match. Like, no duh, he's supposed to win that. And you would think, okay, well, the UFC, they're still, you know, they still have like, you know, boxing techniques and everything. Yes, there's strikers and everything, but also the main difference with UFC, it's not just pure boxing. It's grappling, there's a lot of kicks, submissions, there's a lot of wrestling involved, there's the ground game, and there's a lot more that goes into UFC than boxing. But at the same time, if he would have gone to the octagon with him, Jake doesn't do UFC at all, so of course he's gonna lose. So it's just like, bro, just box someone that's an actual boxer, bro. An actual validated boxer, not someone that's washed from the UFC, not these old freaking out of shape people who don't even look like they sat there and conditioned for real. Not no Nate Robinson. Dude, like, everyone's just walking into me as I have kill clip, bro. Like, you got, like, the timing, it couldn't be any more perfect for me. I think the only guy I thought he was supposed to fight, wasn't it Tommy Fury he was supposed to fight? I know that guy's an actual boxer, and I thought that was going to be a legitimate matchup for him. But either A, dude got hurt, or B, there was some kind of like conflict between their managers or something, or their promoters. I don't know if there was some kind of conflict there. And since we're on the topic of boxing, so a couple months ago, there's this guy named oh man, he's like a bodybuilder, but he was talking to this boxer named Devin Haney, right? Now the bodybuilder, and I don't even know if he's a bodybuilder. He's just like a gym dude that's just big as I don't know what. But for context, they were having a conversation. The bodybuilder dude was like, he's like 240 pounds or some crazy junk like that. And the boxer that he was having a conversation with, he's like 150, right? His name is Devin Haney. He's like a lightweight, you know. But basically, you know, the musclehead was sitting there saying that if him and Devin Haney were to get into some kind of fight, that he would win just off of sheer size. Now, here's what I'll say. In a pure street fight, right, when it comes to, like, you know, street fight, you can tackle somebody, you can wrestle them to the ground and everything. If it's a pure street fight, then absolutely somebody that's legitimately bigger, especially with the size advantage of like almost a dang near 100-pound weight difference. Yeah, I can see in a street fight, yeah, they would have the advantage, you know, for the most part. Boxing, and even in basketball, you can also compare it to whenever the skill level is the same, that's when weight classes matter. So if you take somebody that is a 135-pound boxer, right, best in their weight class, then you take someone that's a 200-pound boxer, best in their weight class, and then you make a matchup together, obviously the guy that's way heavier is gonna be the victor in that almost every single time. Now, if you take a guy that's like, you know, 150 and you put somebody that's like, you know, probably like, you know, 190, 200, whatever, but the guy that's like 190, 200 has never boxed a day in his life versus a guy that's been doing it his entire life. But just for the sake of this conversation, an actual amateur boxer that is aware of what they're doing, they're using their fundamental skill versus somebody that, yeah, they might be, you know, bigger than them size wise, but if the amateur boxer understands what they're doing, it understands how to pace the fight. Other than that, though, that's it for today's video, y'all boys. If you made it all the way to the end, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate all of you. To the channel, make sure you check out some other videos. But other than that, y'all take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.